Okay. Dheeraj, Priyanka, Shrikant, SK Sameem. Okay, man. Then should we start the session?
Just give me a moment.
Okay. Pillai.
All right. So I think we have started with our live streaming as well. So firstly, good evening and welcome to everyone on this very amazing session on Shiksha. I'm Bhagishri, your moderator for this session. And as we know, topic for today's session is something which is very, very in. And I know a lot of you are sitting this time for JEE and JEE Advanced. And I'm sure you're preparing well. You have a lot of queries, you have a lot of doubts. You know, we did a lot of webinars recently on JEE. We are upcoming, with more such webinars. And I've seen the kind of queries you go through. So we'll try and get hold of all those queries. But before that, I would like to welcome our esteemed panelist for today's session. So Praveen sir, sabse pehle, thank you so much and welcome to our session on Shiksha. Thank you so much for being part of this.
Thank you, ma'am. Pleasure from my side too. Very, very thanks. It's a good opportunity to discuss with the students. They have a lot of queries like now I'm seeing on the.
Yes, absolutely. We are eager to drop in all your queries.
Okay.
So let's just begin, sir. We'll not wait for any more. And I know they have a lot of queries. So I'll just help you out with the queries one by one and start off. So probably the first question that we would like to know about JEE Mains and JEE Advanced is, if we are talking about the preparation strategies, if we are talking about not much time is left and they are already in that mode, and some of them have these queries like, sir, how can I prepare in 2 months? I haven't prepared anything as of now because boards were there. So we are also juggling with boards and JEE. So what could be that preparation strategies for these students?
Okay, session 1 of JEE Main is going to start from June 20th, and session 2 is going to start from 21st of July. So if we look on 7th of June, our last paper is of chemistry. Chemistry or mathematics? 7th is mathematics. Okay. Afterwards, the students would be getting approx 20 days for session 1 and approx 50 days for session 2. So those students who have not yet prepared a lot for JEE Mains yet, so they can go for session 2. What should be the strategy? The strategy should be very simple. They should go for NCRT exemplar and previous year's questions. PYQs will play a huge role. They should practice like PYQs from the very standard books like Arihant or Disha, because solutions are also very good and reliable. And join a test series, which is going very crucial role. This is going to play a very crucial role because test series से अपन को ये पता चलता है कि कितना स्कोर हम लोग कर रहे हैं, उस 3 घंटे में कितने क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट कर रहे हैं, how many questions you are attempting, because it is a speedy test. JEE Main is a speedy test. JEE Advanced is we get a lot of time, say 6 hours. We get 6 hours for approx 100 to 108 questions. But whenever we talk about JEE Mains, we get only 180 minutes and we have to solve 75 questions out of 90 questions. We have some optional questions too, like numeric integer and numeric Greek type. So first of all, prefer NCRT exemplar. What maximum students do, they only go through NCRT. In India, what I have realized is that students don't go for exemplar. Exemplar is a very good set of books for your JEE Mains. You will get an advantage of approx 5 questions in each of the sections, say physics, chemistry, and mathematics. Basically, I'm a mathematics faculty, so jada I can talk about mathematics, but I know a bit about physics and chemistry also. But what is important is go for exemplar, NCRT, then exemplar, then PYQs. I'm talking about JEE Mains. For advanced, the study should be totally different. But advanced is going to going to be organized on 20th of August. Am I correct, ma'am? 28th August
Yes,
2022.
I'll just cross check with the dates also, because they
हाँ
have time for advance as of now.
they have time of, ठीक है,
Yes.
for advance they have time. तो अगस्त में है वो, you are getting a lot of time. So focus, the prime focus should be on JEE main right now, because after boards there's not much time left. There's no, और ज्यादा heavy books करने की जरूरत नहीं है. ज्यादा heavy. Now the question comes how to score at least 150. The first thing is बेटा देख Priyanshi. Okay, Priyanshi, your question is how to score at least 150 in JEE second attempt. Okay, as of now, you have approx 50 days left. After boards, we have 50 days left. Suppose I suggest you to give a mock test today. पर शाम में एक mock test you try. If you score approx 110, 120, it means you are not lagging behind a much. 50 दिन में you can improve approx 20 questions. Trust me, you can improve 20 questions in 50 days. 20 into 4 is 80 marks. So why you are planning for 150 marks only? बहुत ही बेसिक क्वेश्चंस भी रहते हैं. तुम अगर केमिस्ट्री का सेक्शन, इफ यू टॉक अबाउट केमिस्ट्री सेक्शन, मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस आर फ्रॉम एनसीईआरटी बैकग्राउंड. Trust me, most of the questions are from NCRT background. You don't need to go for like very heavy questions from OP Tandon or P Bahadur or RC Mukherjee. These were the trends. These were the trend following books in late 90s, starting of our 21st century. ये starting का था. अभी ऐसा 2010 के बाद the pattern is totally changed. Mains में focus is primarily on NCRT, and for advanced we have to go for some standard books. I am at 2023 aspirant. Can I get into IIT yet? Why not? 2023 after you will be appearing in 2023. Sir, NCRT is sufficient for chemistry? Yes. Prakash, NCRT is sufficient for JEE Main. But whenever I am talking about JEE Advanced, NCRT is not that much sufficient. You have to go for some standard book. You can go for NCRT and previous year's advanced papers also, and some standard book like for organic chemistry you can study Behel and Behel. For physical you can go for RC Mukherjee. For inorganic you can go for some standard chapters from like coordination chemistry, periodic table, chemical bonding from JEE. What to do when your questions are not solving? When questions are not solving, then you have to just practice. For mathematics, best book is Arihant and Singage. I could not.
Okay. I think they have started like dropping all the questions. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Nilesh, the JEE Mains repeat some questions. Yeah. They're different to do. In fact, they do session wise. They're also repeating, right. अगर तुम्हारा morning session में आज ये वाला question आया था, तो वो हो सकता है अगले दिन वाले सामने session में भी आ जाए. Questions are repeating.
Okay. And then want to know about the syllabus also.
NCRT syllabus is now much confined after your post-COVID scenario. Many of the chapters from important chapters have been removed from boards like solid state chemistry. If you talk about chemistry in three-dimensional geometry, they have removed your plane and ऐसा करके. For JEE, the same syllabus which was in 2019, in 2021 and 22, all the syllabuses will be same.
Okay, so I think they'll be dropping in questions. Let me help you out, sir, with this, because they'll start pouring in and that will be difficult for them. Okay, I would request all of you, please do not worry. We are here for 60 minutes. Just drop your queries in Q&A and, not in the chat. I'll pick up all your queries. So don't worry on that. Okay, I'll pick up all your queries to sir. I'll give it to him. So don't worry. So Mayank is asking about managing time for both mains and advanced, how they can manage time in between.
Okay, Mayank, your question is a relevant question, because whenever students do start preparing for IIT, they get stuck whether I'm going good for JEE Advanced or not. But if you are preparing the topics, mains questions are somewhat factual types. When I talk about chemistry part, and chapters from physics like modern physics, optics, but for advanced they go for proper subjective knowledge. They check your subject command. So level of questions you have to improve. Like whenever you are preparing, suppose you are going through Aryan book. So there are some level 1, level 2. Suppose level 1 is for JEE Mains. So level 2 and level 3, they are meant for JEE Advanced. This is the only difference, nothing else. The level of questions is going to improve, nothing else. Concepts would be same. So start, if you want to go for JEE Advanced with JEE Mains, start doing level 3 problems. Plus your JEE previous year problem. This is the most important thing which students lack. Previous year's questions are very, very important, because if you are going to fight with an enemy, you should be knowing what weapons do enemy have. वो कैसे questions JEE बनाती है. Like in 2022, the organizing institute is IIT Bombay. IIT Bombay focuses, your mathematics portion is going to be tough. If IIT Kanpur prepares the paper, then your physics portion is going to be tough. If IIT Delhi prepares, then your chemistry portion is going to be tough. I am from IIT Delhi and ISI alumni. I know कि कैसा कैसा papers होते हैं, कैसे कैसे बनाते हैं. Okay, तो ये this is what analysis is. Just work hard, need not to worry, study well.
Absolutely. Okay. So a lot of them have the same kind of queries that I am not prepared for JEE Mains because 1 month is left, and they are worried because they are not able to focus on studying. So if we can suggest, so some kind of study plan they can follow in this 4 weeks, that will help them to, revise and understand for JEE Mains.
Okay, ma'am. The first thing is chemistry portion is quite scoring in IIT JEE. Like we say, what we say to students: if you want to get into IIT, make your chemistry strong. This will let you to be in IIT. Mathematics and physics is going to improve your rank. So first of all, focus on chemistry, because in chemistry you can improve your marks 30 to 40 marks in 10 to 15 days. ये हो सकता है ये स्टूडेंट्स थिंक कि नहीं सर आप लोग के लिए आसान होता होगा. ऐसा नहीं होता बेटा, वो तुम लोग के लिए भी आसान है. दिस इज क्वाइट doable for students too, because you are in touch, you are just gone through your boards. And one thing more, focus on class 11 topics too. Class 11 topics, because weightage could be approx 55% from class 12 and 45% approx from class 11. One thing more, in JEE Main, whenever you look for the papers, class 12 portion questions would be a bit difficult than your class 11. I'm talking about mains. When we talk about JEE Advanced, you will look that class 11 topics questions are much tougher than your class 12, because they know कि अब students को time मिल गया है, they must have revised their class 11. तो class 12 वाले जो बच्चे हैं अभी, the students who are in now class 12, they should just revise your class 11 topics too. They just go through. अगर पूरा नहीं भी कर पाए, just go through the formulas, basic concepts.
Right, absolutely. Also, I think Nikhil has a very good question, like how much time can we spend on each subject while preparing? I mean, they should have a dedicated time for, each of the subject. So how can they plan, like dedicating
time management? Time management. Okay. You can go for 2 hours for each subject and 3 to 4 hours for your testing or previous paper solving. This is very important. 3 to 4 hours just analyzing the papers or doing previous year's paper 2021, 2019, 18, 17. There are many papers right now. In each session you have approx 8 to 12 papers. From 2010 to 2021, when you will look for the previous year's papers, there will be approx 80 to 90 papers. So the analysis is very important. You will be if you solve these amount of papers, then when you will on D-Day, when you will writing the paper, you will get to know that many of the questions and concepts are repeating. Questions exactly, I'm not saying that the same questions are going to repeat, but the conceptual part and the type of questions are going to repeat. Because a question, if comes in, like I'm talking about coordination chemistry, what is the shape of nickel tetracarbonate? Okay, you must be knowing this. What Nickel tetracarbonate shape is tetrahedral. Then they will go for like tetracyanonickelate. If a question comes in vectors on scalar triple product, then they will be giving you a question of vector triple product. This is the only difference. So previous year's papers are going to play a vital role. Okay. So 6 hours for subject and 3 to 4 hours for your previous year's paper solving and mock test. Or subject unit test bhi chalega.
Right, Manvi, and lot of you are asking about mock test. Sir has already answered. Mock tests are very, very important. So I'll just take another question related to mock test, which Ganesh has asked. So like, what can be the frequency of mock test per week? Like for these 30 days, how many mock tests they can take per week?
Before appearing for your JEE Mains, you should go for approx 10 to 15 full length test. Full length 10 to 15. Full length means entire syllabus. You can go for unit test or part test. That would be an aided advantage, but you have to go for approx 10 to 15 full length. And for JEE Advanced, approx 20. Approx 20. Because advanced is because why I'm saying 20 test, because advanced is a very hectic type of examination. 9 से 12, 2 से 5. On one day you will be sitting for 6 hours and giving one of the toughest examination of our country, 9 to 12 and 2 to 5. So you should be practicing on in the same timings also. This is also very important. One thing more, because 2022 JEE Main, in session 1 as well as session 2, the time has been decided from 9 to 12 and 3 to 6. So whenever you give your mock test, to try to give the test timings the same, like what NTA has decided, 9 to 12 or 3 to 6. जैसे कुछ बच्चे what they do, they give mock test or test in night, से 10 से 1 दे दिया, 11 से 2 दे दिया. To try to give in the same time, because the cycle is going to be okay. उस समय आपका दिमाग ज्यादा चलेगा तो वहां पे भी ज्यादा चलेगा. अगर 9 से okay, so this is very important.
Okay, so also sir, how they can analyze their test? This question is from Prakash Jha. How they can analyze their test?
Okay, analysis. Whenever you are going for a good test series, so nowadays most of the test series are very much been analyzed. They give all the data. You spend time on this question, this much time on this question, your accuracy, your subject, this subject. So this depends on what test series you have joined or which test series you are opting for. Always join a relevant test series. This is very important. Okay, relevant test series is very important. So you can go for a good test series. They will be analyzing you. They will be sending your analysis.
Okay, moving to the next question quickly. Shrikant wants to know, so my preparation is very weak. How can at least I score 150 marks in JEE and at least 40 marks in maths for JEE? Sir, I think lot of them over here in chat also I can see they're asking that how they can score at least 40 marks in maths. Is there some connection for 40 marks in maths?
Actually, ma'am, what happens now? Most of the students get stuck in mathematics part. In the problem is all about time management, because mathematics question, what NTA is doing, they are giving the level of questions is not so tough, but they are giving lengthy questions. The questions are going to test the temperamental patience of the students. We also solve after examination. We also solve the questions. We also say, यार ये question तो यार 3 मिनट में नहीं होने वाला था. We also say. So the main problem is all about time management. Those students will excel in mathematics part who have practiced a lot of questions from previous year's JEE Mains. Trust me. Why I'm focusing on previous year's papers? Because they give best questions, best tricky questions, which takes a lot of time in 1 hour. So if you try to solve 30 questions in 1 hour for 30 days, continuous 30 days, your speed will exponentially improve. Trust me, it will exponentially improve. So please practice mathematics from previous year's papers. You can go for chapter wise. No issue. chapter wise you can practice, no issue, because speed and time management is very important. Why students are focusing on 40 marks? 40 marks stand for only 10 questions. Ma'am, only 10 questions. 10 into 4 is 40. Okay. Out of 100. Out of 100. The problem is if you attempt 17 to 18 question in maths with the accuracy of 90%, you will land into approx 60 marks. 60 marks, which is a good score in maths. Uh, it's a good score. If you score approx 60 marks in mathematics, 70 to 70 marks in physics, and try to score 80 marks in chemistry, then you will be getting approx 200 plus marks, which is a good score, which is a decent score to get into top NITs and triple IITs, DC, BITS, MESRA. So the only game is time management. Improve your chemistry because chemistry is scoring. Chemistry is going to decide. Mathematics is all about your time management. Questions are not very tough, but they are very tricky and lengthy. They are lengthy. This I agree. Okay, 90 marks in physics.
Yes.
Okay, Prakash. Prakash, 90 marks in physics. Matlab you must be having interest in physics, okay? Because 90 marks is a good score. Go for your exercises from NCRT. Exercises from NCRT. They gave factual questions from NCRT also. Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'll just move to the next question. This next question is from Nikhil. He has this doubt, sir, that like, what is the difference between the coaching center books that they get and the reference books? So like, for example, as mentioned about H.C. Verma. So is there a basic difference that they can find in those books?
SC Verma book. What I personally feel कि SC Verma book तो ऋग्वेद से चल रहा है, ठीक है ना? वो हम लोग के समय में भी था, उससे पहले से भी था, ठीक है? तो it is a very trustable book, very reliable. But right now, what is needed? Because when you see in SC Verma, there are objective 1 questions, objective 2, 5 to 10 questions in each chapter, and they morely focus on subjective part. Nowadays, if I talk about JEE Mains, we have only 2 types of questions: single option correct and numeric read. When we talk about JEE Advanced, we have single option correct, multiple select questions, linked comprehension type, matrix match, numeric read also. Okay, so types of questions is also very important. So the student should know how to attempt multiple choice questions as well as matrix match, because in multiple choice questions of JEE Advanced, suppose there are 3 options correct, you go for 2 options correct, okay, you will get partial marking. लेकिन अगर तुमने गलत ऑप्शन टिक कर दिया, then you will get -2. So it requires practice. So you can go for reference books from coaching institutes because they are very much researched and developed. Okay, वो सब भी बुक से ही बनाए जाते हैं. They select multiple questions. They do lot of work on selecting questions from multiple books. In mathematics, they will be going for IM Meron, Apostol, say R.D. Sharma, Amit M. Agrawal, S.K. Goyal, S.L. Loni, Hall and Knight, M.L. Khanna. तो उसके अच्छे क्वेश्चंस किए जाते हैं, तो प्रैक्टिस के लिए अच्छा होता है वो. Otherwise, you can go for some standard books. It will be like a time taking. Reference books say a bit time taking. So coaching reference books are much doable. Like.
So another common question that a lot of them have given here in chat and in Q&A is also, what is the meaning of 40% syllabus in JEE? Like, is there a concept of completing 40% of syllabus in JEE, or there is a perfect syllabus? What exactly are they asking?
No. Always go for as much as you can. Always go for those parts जो तुम्हें लगता है कि I can do it. Never ever plan कि my friend is only completing 60%, so I should be also going for 60%. जितना maximum, for JEE Advanced you can be selective because JEE Advanced is a low scoring examination. JEE Mains is not a low scoring. If you score like in 2021, I know students. Uh, JEE Advanced was of 360 marks. 360 marks, 148 marks fetched a rank of AIR 4640. ठीक है, that student is in IT BHU electronics engineering. 148 marks is approx 180 approx, yeah, this is approx 40 marks, 40%. If you score 40%, if you're from general category, you will land into a decent IIT and a decent branch. I'm talking about 40%. Many of the students who score 32%, they are also in IITs. I'm talking about general category students. Means 32-33% वाला भी IIT में जा रहा है. But if you talk about JEE Mains, JEE Mains 300 marks. If you score approx 40%, it is approx 120 marks. Approx exact 120 marks. 120 marks will not let you to get into a decent NIT. For a decent NIT, for a general category student, the score should be approx 160 to 180, 160, 170. Okay, it means it is a bit scoring examination. So try to cover syllabus as much as you can. Always go for chemistry. Try to go for 100% syllabus in chemistry because it is scoring and it is easy to cover. It is less time taking. Maths के लिए you can go for 70-80% चलेगा. Physics में भी पूरा नहीं किया चलेगा, पर chemistry पूरा करो.
Okay, Mayank has a question. Sir, I have covered many topics but lacked revision in those topics. So sir, for first session, should I revise and solidify my learned part with PYQs or should I go for new topics?
Good question. Firstly, revise the topics which you have covered. Firstly, ठीक है, क्योंकि वो वीक नहीं होना है, उस पर बहुत मेहनत किया ना, you have worked hard on it. Okay, so first revise it. You can make a planning. Okay, I would be giving 4 hours for our topics which have we already done and 4 hours for new topics. Okay, so this is quite manageable. Okay, so you will not be in any dilemma. दोनों साथ में चलेगा.
Okay, Priyanka, I am taking up your question next. Sir, Priyanka has this problem that she has read almost the entire syllabus, but she does not remember anything. So she gave a mock test also, and she thought that expecting marks will come, but the marks came very less that she was expecting, and the time is also very less. So I'm sure she's very stressed about it.
Okay, what were the marks of Priyanka in mock test?
Priyanka, if you can share your marks quickly here, like how much did you score for your mock test? Probably then sir can help you out with that. In meantime, we'll just quickly, move to next question. Okay. Eklavya is saying, should we drop if we didn't qualify for advance?
Why this question comes before giving the examination?
Right.
अभी ठीक है ना, अभी एग्जामिनेशन बेटा होना है ना, ठीक है, एकलव्य एग्जाम होना है ना अभी, तो अभी ऐसा कुछ नहीं सोचना है, ठीक है. हाँ, this should be decided after appearing examination. Okay, when your scorecard comes. तो अभी give your best shot. Whatever the destiny will decide. ठीक है ना?
Okay.
तो देखते हैं.
Yes. Okay. Akash, I'll take up your question. Please give us some time. There are a lot of queries. So I'm trying to cover all of your queries. Okay. So don't worry on that. Okay. Darshana Oja is saying, sir, actually I'm almost prepared, completed most chapters, still not able to solve questions. And sometimes I am able to solve those. But in test, I'm not able to score good, not even 100. So I think they all are having the same kind of problems.
Okay. Not even 100. Okay. So in the starting only, I said, if you are getting 100 or 110 marks, then I know, because what happens, right now you are focused on your board examinations, class 12 board examination. So class 11 concepts are lagging. So if you revise your class 11 part, automatically your 50-60 marks is going to improve. So need not to worry. You have approx 20 plus days for your session 1 examination and 50 plus days, beta, 50 plus days for session 2. 50 plus, you can improve approx 60 to 80 marks. 60 marks is doable. Okay, 60 to 70 marks is doable. So you can go for 180 marks. Need not to worry. 100 is not a bad score. Trust me. I am talking about frame of reference. I'm talking about right now 100. If you are scoring 100 marks, then it is not bad. You can improve it to 180 marks in 30 to 40 days. but it requires a proper planning and time management, which topics to cover, which scoring parts are there in mathematics or physics part or chemistry part, which books to refer to, how, and previous years, beta, trust me, previous years, the best part is your previous year's questions, pyqs. You can go for chapter wise, and always I prefer I can refer like Arihant or Disha. Disha is also good for PYQs because they have a good detailed solution. Arihant and Disha. MTG भी अच्छा है, whatever जो अच्छा लगे. Arihant is good.
Right. So
Previous year's papers.
Nikhil, I think you had questions about books. So I think sir just answered about which all books you can refer, right? So I think you can go through that. Okay. Palak wants to know what is a decent score, sir, for JEE Mains?
Yes, Palak, it depends ki, if you want to go to Triple IT Hyderabad or your NIT Trichy, Warangal, Calicut, Allahabad, or BITS Mesra or DTU, Delhi Technical University. If you want to go into Triple IT Hyderabad, then you have to score 230, 40. If you want to go for NIT Trichy, Warangal, NIT Calicut and Rourkela, the score should be across 220 plus. And if you want to be like in good NITs like Allahabad, Bhopal, Surat, Kal Surat, so 180 plus will do. Approx 50-55% will do it. 50 to 55% will do it.
I think this, if you have any questions like what is a decent score, so sir has answered that 50 to 55% is a very decent score. Okay. Okay, Basu Holy Mat, I'm taking your question next. Sir, can you help in naming few chapters in physics to get the maximum marks, like the important chapter for physics?
Okay. Electrostats part, electrodynamics part, basically electrostats, electric current, modern physics, optics, and in class 11th you can go for sound waves, heat and thermodynamics. 3 to 4 questions heat and thermodynamics part is going to cover. Sound waves is very important. Solid materials, what I mean by solid materials, in your class 11 book, stress strain चैप्टर, ठीक है, यंग्स मॉडल्स जिसमें आता है वो चैप्टर जरूर कर लेना है. इलेक्ट्रोडायनेमिक्स पार्ट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, स्कोरिंग भी है. मॉडर्न फिजिक्स, ऑप्टिक्स. ओके, दीज आर short questions. Okay.
Right. Okay. Okay. NTA Abhyas, is there a book? So I think Prakash wants to know, like,
Okay.
should we refer that or not?
NTA Abhyas is basically an app where you will be getting topic-wise questions. Basically, it covers the PYQs only. NTA Abhyas app. It is government app. Basically, it is going to cover your chapter-wise previous year's questions from JEE Mains. Okay, so speed is going to improve because the exam is going to be online. Your speed is going to improve. It is going to really help you. Go for it. NTIPS is good.
Okay, I think Prakash, you got your answer, right? So let me just move to the next question. Okay, so I've got a lot of queries. Sir, there is a question from Kalpana and she says now JAB will be conducting the examination. So since there is a change in board, will that affect the exam?
No, but JAB is also from IIT only, na? ठीक है ना? Not an issue. ऐसे समझना है. पहले प्लानिंग कमीशन होता था ना इस देश में, अभी नीति आयोग हो गया है. कोई चेंज हुआ है? ओके, तो जेएसी, वेदर इट इज जेएसी और जेएबी, ठीक है ना, आईआईटी है, एग्जाम टफ बनाएगा, क्वेश्चन अच्छा देगा, पहले भी था अभी भी है, आज से 100 साल बाद भी वैसे टफ क्वेश्चन देगा. आईआईटी का काम ही यही है. ओके, तो नीड नॉट टू वरी, ठीक है ना. बोर्ड इज नॉट गोइंग टू हैम्पर योर प्रिपरेशंस. ओके.
Okay, I'll quickly move to next Mahendra. Okay, Mahendra, I'm taking your question. So my name is Mahendra. I'm studying in class 9. Already okay. Completed the syllabus of physics completely. Can I gain maths and chemistry at 11th and 12th classes?
Okay, matlab he is having keen interest in physics. Then you should go for ISC Bangalore. Okay. ठीक है बेटा. You should start preparation for mathematics and yeah, you should go for Olympiads also because you like a serious type of student. अभी से कर लिया पूरा 9th में या. Okay, start. Take Aryan books and start preparation. preparation?
I think Priyanka mentioned that she scored somehow below 100 and she's
Below
also
100.
very depressed about this. So if you can like just suggest her something.
प्रियंका नीड नॉट टू बी डिप्रेस्ड, ठीक है ना, कोई इशू नहीं है. बोर्ड्स खत्म होते ही स्टार्ट योर रिवीजन, स्टार्ट विथ योर क्लास 11th रिवीजन. यू विल श्योरली improve your marks, surely, because you right now you will be not to be able to attempt like questions from 11th part. You will be, you might be lagging there, तो नीड नॉट टू वरी. वो अगर तेरा 80 आ रहा है ना तो उसको बोले 60 भी यू कैन डू इट इन 40 days. Never an issue. I literally I have seen some heroes ki what they did ki JEE paper uh, before 2021 we were having 4 sessions. Yes ma'am, 4 sessions हुए थे ना. तो we saw students ki in first session they were able to score 90 percentile, 88 percentile. So what they did ki third in JEE third session they get like 99 percentile, 98.9 percentile. So what exactly happens, how you perform on your D day, those 3 hours, उस समय दिमाग अच्छा चलना चाहिए. ओके, पढ़ाई किया है, मेहनत किया है, तो you will definitely get into a decent and a good college. Okay, believe in yourself. Revise 11th. Okay Priyanka, revise beta 11th, you will improve it, you will improve your marks. Okay sir.
Okay, I think we had another student who is watching us on YouTube, Abhishek Yadav. Abhishek, we have already mentioned about 150, like how can you score that? But sir has already mentioned. So if you have missed that part, you can like have this entire video on YouTube, right? So you can just go through that video again. So don't worry, has already answered because a lot of you had the same question, right? Okay, Prateek, can see your question. How can I boost up my preparation in remaining days? Okay, Prateek, I just took your questions. So, like they are throwing up
Okay,
their questions. How can I boost
okay,
up
okay,
my
okay, okay.
preparations?
You have to boost up your preparation. Okay, Pratik, the thing is, boosting depends on practice. Okay, so just practice the previous years. Okay, chapter wise. You start with chapter wise previous years. It will be really a good booster for you. Start with chapter wise physics, chemistry, mathematics. Okay, class 11th as well as 12th. It is going to really help you. Previous year's questions, start doing it. In the remaining 20 days, then afterwards for second session you will be having across 30 days. It is the best revision technique. Previous years लगाते हैं, revision सबसे जल्दी हो जाता है. It takes less time. पूरा रिवाइज करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी और तेरा टाइप्स ऑफ क्वेश्चंस पूरा कवर हो जाता है. If you practice 20 years previous year's questions, then almost all types of questions are covered there. Because question making is one of the most difficult part. हर साल IIT को, NTA को इतने नए-नए questions बनाने होते हैं. So you will get maximum types of variations covered over there. Okay, so best thing is go for previous year's questions.
Right.
This will really boost you.
Right. I'll quickly move to more questions. Okay, Amit is saying, so before that, I'll just take another question. I think they had this. If you can tell them about important chapters for mathematics for JEE Mains.
Okay, this is my favorite question because I'm from mathematics. No? Okay, from class 11th part, complex, binomial theorem, sequence series, 2 questions, short. Quadratic is scoring. Quadratic is quite easy question. 1 question would be from there. Calculus, entire calculus. So calculus is from class 12th part. Okay, so calculus you are in touch with. So calculus there will be approx 6 to 7 questions from calculus. 2 dimension is quite scoring and easy. Approx 4 to 5 questions would be from coordinate geometry. Vector CD 2 to 3 questions. Probability and PNC 2 से 3 questions. अच्छा, most of the students find probab and permutations combinations to be tough. And probab is probability की कोई probability नहीं होती है ना कि एग्जाम में सही हो जाए. Okay, तो probability I would suggest probability and permutation combination for those students who find it to be on tougher side, just do NCRT, just do NCRT, exemplar, just exemplar, no standard book, and just do PYQs, nothing else. No need to do any standard book, just NCRT, exemplar, and PYQs. And focus more on calculus, two-dimension vector study. It will give you, it will fetch you approx 60 plus marks. It will fetch you approx 60 plus marks. Okay. And algebra would be aided advantage because maths determinants bhi aata hai. Okay. Calculus, vector study, and two-dimension.
Okay, so I think all of you have got important chapter for maths. I would request, please start noting down whatever sir is saying, because you will forget and you tend to ask the same question. So please note down all the important chapters, important point for each and every subject he's discussing here. So please make a note of all these and keep all the names of the books that he has already mentioned and get through them, right? So just keep a check. Shrikant has already mentioned about NCRT, okay? Gauri saying I'm too depressed, I'm not able to solve maths. And yes, physics also, I don't understand maths taught in my coaching class. I think again the same thing that a lot of them have, understanding in. So what would you like advise her?
But the chapters with whom are you comfortable with? Like maybe in mathematics, most of the students get stuck in questions from calculus part. Okay, so if you are getting problem in calculus, then you should go for vector study, two-dimension. Don't look for those topics and those questions which you are finding it difficult to. पहले वो तैयार करना है जो तुम्हें comfortability देता हो. You find it easier to do it because they are also scoring. 2D is quite easy. Every year 4 to 5 questions come from two-dimensional geometry. 2 to 3 questions comes from vectors and 3D. Maths and determinants, 2 questions sure short. Quadratic equation, 1 question sure short. Your complex, 1 question. Binomial theorem, 1 question. Sequence series, 2 questions, and quite easy questions. In 2019 class, a question in JEE Main was from class 10th NCRT. A question in JEE Main was from class 10th NCRT, sequence series part. Okay, but only data was changed. The thing is, they focus on basic questions, but the questions are time taking. Improve your speed. Speed can be improved by mere practice, and practice previous year's questions. Previous years is very, very important. Okay, score will be improved.
Right. Thank you, sir, for that answer. Okay. Kalpana Kaushik. Okay, I'm taking your question. Please do not spam. So she's saying that I am able to solve only 45 to 49 questions out of 75. So how can I increase the number of questions?
Okay, if you are scoring, if you are attempting 45 to 49 out of 75, it means you are scoring approx. If you are scoring with an accuracy of 90%, it means you are scoring approx 170 marks. Okay, 170 marks is okay. It's a decent marks. You want to improve your attempt, basically. You want to improve your speed. Okay, so I would suggest you change your timer. You should attempt the whole paper in 2 hours 45 minutes. ठीक है ना? 3 hours अब नहीं करेंगे. अब से टेस्ट, whatever test you will give full length, you have to attempt in 2 hours and 45 minutes. Speed will automatically improve. Approx 4 to 5 questions will improve. Now conceptual part. If you are lagging कि कुछ क्वेश्चंस ऐसे हैं, कुछ टॉपिक्स ऐसे हैं मैं जिसके क्वेश्चन कभी नहीं कर पाते हैं या नहीं कर पाती हूँ, तो उन mark those topics and give time to those topics. It is also going to help you. Okay, because कुछ टॉपिक्स ऐसे होते हैं, सबके साथ होता है कि यार ये क्वेश्चन आया इस टॉपिक से, सबके साथ होता है. ठीक है ना, सबको सब कुछ पसंद नहीं होता है, तो उन टॉपिक्स को पकड़ लो, उस पर थोड़ा सा वर्किंग कर लो, शायद हो सकता है वो भी क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में अटेम्प्ट हो जाए सही से. ठीक है, So mark those topics and practice it. And for improving your speed, change your timer. Now try to attempt the whole paper in 2 hours 45 minutes only. ठीक है ना? अब तुम्हारे लिए एग्जाम 3 घंटे का नहीं है, 2 घंटे 45 मिनट का ही। तो 5 या 6 टेस्ट बाद you will find कि now you are attempting 57 questions, 58 questions. ठीक है?
Right, sir. I'll move to next question from Sanjana. Sanjana has a problem that because of the COVID pandemic, the current 12th batch have a lot of deleted portions in 11th as well as 12th. So how they can like cope up with that?
This is the problem with the whole nation, in fact. Syllabus, deletion of syllabus. Okay. But if as a JEE aspirant, all of us, we are knowing that deletion of syllabus was done only for your board examinations, not for your JEE part or your NEET part. Okay, so suppose you did not study it for boards, so approx 20-25% syllabus have been deleted. Okay, 20%, say 20%. So it might be covered. Just if I talk about application of derivatives part, Rolle's and Lagrange's mean value theorem was deleted, and it is an important section. You can cover it. You can go through any good session, video session. Okay, YouTube channel है बहुत जल्दी recover कर सकते हैं. It will take only 10 hours. Trust me, it will take only 10 hours to cover those topics. So do it. Okay, because those topics are also very important. Okay, JEE तो कहीं से भी दे सकता है ना बेटा वो. Okay, cover it.
Right. Okay, I'll quickly move to another question. Amit says, sir, my 11th physics is very weak, which is also very bad for my JEE Main. So if you can help me out, sir, what should I do?
Okay. Physics, class 11 physics is very weak. Okay. What I personally feel, your physics is weak, it means you might be having problem in your mechanics part. Okay, so nowadays mechanics questions, हम लोग के टाइम में होता था कि मैकेनिक्स क्वेश्चंस खूब आते थे. Nowadays mechanics questions comprises of only 8 to 10%. So it can be left. You should go for heat and thermodynamics, sound waves, ये सब जल्दी जल्दी हो जाएगा. ओके ना, हीट एंड थर्मोडायनेमिक्स बेटा जल्दी हो सकता है, साउंड वेव्स जल्दी हो सकता है, इलास्टिसिटी यू कैन गो फॉर इलास्टिसिटी, इट विल टेक ओनली 1 to 2 days टू कवर इलास्टिसिटी. स्ट्रेस स्ट्रेन कर्व, इस पे क्वेश्चंस बनते हैं. क्लास 12 पे ज्यादा फोकस कर लो, बिकॉज क्लास 12 का 60% वेटेज जाएगा, 55 to 60% वेटेज. यू विल बी हैविंग अ वेटेज ऑफ 55 to 60% फ्रॉम योर क्लास 12 फिजिक्स पार्ट. इलेक्ट्रोडायनेमिक्स I already mentioned, optics and modern physics. They are scoring. Modern physics is very scoring, because nowadays what IIT wants to go for those questions which are going to be used in your engineering. Okay, so nowadays in engineering the more focus is on modern physics rather than classical mechanics of न्यूटोनियन मैकेनिक्स ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट मॉडर्न फिजिक्स है. तो अब मॉडर्न फिजिक्स ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. ओके, तो डू मॉडर्न फिजिक्स, ऑप्टिक्स, electrodynamics part from your class 12, and from class 11 go for heat and thermo part, sound waves, elasticity, stress strain curve. Okay, these topics should be covered. मैकेनिक्स नहीं हो रहा है, परेशान नहीं होना है. ठीक है ना, जो हो सकता है उसको करेंगे पहले.
Okay, I'll move to the next question. I've shared the YouTube channel link. A lot of you might have repeated the same set of questions. We cannot go back because we still left with a lot of queries and we don't have much of time. So please refer to that YouTube link, okay? And please do not spam. Okay, so I'll move to the next question from here in Q&A. And I'll take up this question from Basu Holimat again. He wants to know, sir, is IISc or IIT good? Like which college can have more of knowledge about the subjects, which you can look for?
Okay, if you suppose you are having interest in mathematics, you should go for ISI or CMI, Indian Statistical Institute, or Chennai Mathematical Institute. ISI is in Calcutta, Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, and Tezpur, Assam. CMI is in Chennai Mathematical Institute. they both have different examinations, but the examination paper is going to comprise only of mathematics. Okay, these are all mathematics and stats institute. If you want to go for research, proper research in your basic sciences, say biological sciences, chemical sciences, physical sciences, or mathematical sciences, then ISC is a good option. ISC Bangalore, the examination is the same, JEE Main as well as JEE Advanced. If you want to go for your engineering and technical part, then IITs are the best in India. Okay, so these are the, if you do not get into IIT, your life is not over. Firstly, each and every student listening here, please, if you do not get into IIT, your life is not over, because many of the startups, many of the are being done by non-IITians also. Okay, so be a good learner is very important. Okay, there are many institutes, students only go for they only know IIT nahi. IIT, if you talk about NITs, NIT Tiruchirappalli is much better than your new IITs. NIT Warangal is much better than your new IITs. BITS Pilani is much better than some of the old IITs. You must be knowing about BITS Pilani, beta. Okay, so BITSET is a high scoring, but difficulty level is quite okay low as compared to IIT JEE. तो बिटसेट भी एक एग्जामिनेशन है, तो need not to worry. Try to get into a good institute. Good institute are not only IITs. There are many institutes which are comparable to IITs. In fact, some are much better than IITs also. If you talk about Triple IIT Hyderabad, it is a very good institution. Okay, so just give your best. Examinations, if I talk about examinations, IIT JEE Main as well as Advanced, BITSET, ISI, CMI, some students at also be giving like VIT Bangalore. Okay, it is a decent institute. Okay, placement wise it is good. Okay, so you can go for it. If I talk about options, but go for the best. Okay, try to go for the best.
Right, absolutely, I agree to that, sir. Okay, Hansraj, if you can stop spamming, I can take up your question the next. Sir, if I completely solve the NCRT exercises of physics, can I score good in exam?
The NCRT exercises is good for improving your marks. Okay, but NCRT from NCRT, what we lack in NCRT, firstly, NCRT physics language is a bit tough. Okay, exercises, if you completely do it by your own, it means you are having a good grasp on your subject and topic. But for practice, you have to solve objective questions. देखो subjective solve करके हो सकता है कि we might have gained the knowledge, but we don't know how to eliminate the options. Okay, this is also a tricky part, because in physics some theoretical questions are also coming. So if you think यार ये भी ऑप्शन हो सकता है, ये भी ऑप्शन हो सकता है, और एग्जामिनेशन में पता है ना, ज्यादातर हम लोग ऑप्शन गलत ही ठीक हो जाता है ना, if you go for the fluke. Okay, so for this we need to practice objective questions. So sirf NCRT is only NCRT is not sufficient. With NCRT, if you go for previous years, then it's okay. NCRT and exemplar, but whenever I am talking about NCRT, it means exemplar uske साथ है. Okay, I'm not talking about only your NCRT textbook. Whenever I am saying NCRT, it means NCRT as well as exemplar, then PYQs. जिसकी फिर से I am repeating the same thing to each and everyone, because most of them have the same queries. NCRT exemplar as well as previous year's questions. This is the best technique to improve your score in less time. This is the best approach to improve your score. Maximum students have the same queries, how to improve their score. ठीक है ना, तो अभी बेटा देख 2 महीने में we cannot go for Irodo, we cannot complete SC Verma, we cannot complete Arihant, we cannot complete DC Pandey. ठीक है ना, तो we have to be talking very factual things. Go for your NCRT, क्योंकि अभी बोर्ड्स भी दिया है, तो we are in touch with 11th भी पढ़ा होगा, 70% भी पढ़ा होगा ना, तो उसको रिवाइज करने का है. Then go for your previous years. This will definitely help you. And never ever panic if you are scoring below 100 or 100 or 110 or 120 और 180. तो इट ऑल डिपेंड्स कि ऑन डी डे वो 3 घंटे कैसे जाने हैं, और इन द कमिंग 50 डेज हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू यूटिलाइज आवर टाइम. ठीक है ना. Time utilization is very important, time management is very important, and which selective books to go for. And बेटा previous years papers, देख previous years papers हम कुछ 1 घंटे के सेशन में 100 बार बोलेंगे, ठीक है ना, बिकॉज वो इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है
Right.
ना.
Okay. Okay, Pratik, what issue did you face, sir? As you said to do PYQs of last 20 years, it's only 30 days left for JEE first attempt, and there is more than 3,000 questions. How can I do this?
Okay. But at 3,000 questions, approx then 1,000 questions from each subject. Okay, 1,000 questions from each subject. If you devote approx 2 questions ना, 2 questions देता है, 2 मिनट देता है एक क्वेश्चन के लिए, तो approx it takes approx how much minutes? 2,000 minutes ना, 2,000 minutes. Okay, तो approx 30 hours. ठीक है ना, 30 hours for one subject. It means 90 hours for one subject. ठीक है ना, 90 hours for 3 subjects. 90 hours for 3 subjects. It means if you devote 3 hours daily, 30 days, done. Mathematics is okay. Not an issue, beta. Should I do the calculation again?
Right. I'll move to next question from Mayank. He has been waiting for his part. Okay, Mayank, I am taking your next question. Sir is saying that during covering my new topics, I should go for advanced favorite topics. ADV is advanced, I think, or small topics which are favorable for mains but not much asked in advanced.
Okay, this is a very good question, because advanced syllabus is a bit less than JEE Mains. JEE Mains का syllabus थोड़ा vast है. तो if you think कि my mains preparation is quite good enough, you can go for the topics which are much more important in your JEE Advanced. ठीक है ना, you can go for it, no issue. Okay, because JEE Advanced questions are much conceptual types. It will take a lot of thought process to do a question. It might happen कि एक question में you will be taking approx 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, in JEE Mains this is not doable. If you spend approx 5 minutes on one question, then trust me, you will be left with your 20 questions unattempted in JEE Mains. In advance, if you attempt only 60% paper with an accuracy of 85%, you will be getting into IIT Kanpur, Kharagpur or Roorkee. Trust me, ठीक है ना. If you score 50% marks, you will be getting into IIT Roorkee, IIT Guwahati, which are good IITs. Okay, but JEE Main is a bit scoring. You can be selective for your JEE Advanced, but try to cover your syllabus in JEE Mains because it is a bit scoring examination.
Right. Okay, Arushi had a question long time back. She did give. She wants to know, is NCRT enough for organic chemistry? Also, sir, I think another similar question was about chemistry for NCRT. Like for NCRT, what all is enough for them to take?
Okay. But if I talk about inorganic part, NCRT is good. If I talk about organic part, if suppose I'm talking about firstly JEE Mains. Suppose we are having 30 questions in all. We have to attempt 25 questions. Suppose the organic part comprises of 10 questions. So if you have studied only NCRT and exemplar, I'm talking about only NCRT and exemplar, then you might be able to solve only 5 questions. ठीक है? Because 5 questions तुम्हें लगेगा, you will be feeling कि यार from where it came, ये कहाँ से आ गया? ये तो NCRT में दिया ही नहीं है. ठीक है? The problem is वो एनसीईआरटी से ही होता है, पर वो थोड़ा सा इन्होंने क्या व्हाट दे डू इज कि दे यूज द प्रैक्टिकल केमिस्ट्री पार्ट. You know, CBSE has a practical chemistry book also, which students do not use, because we know now in India how our practical examination goes. Okay, school, I'm talking about school practicals. Okay, इधर से कॉपी करने का है, उधर से कॉपी करने का है. ठीक है, तो we do not focus on our practical chemistry, like practical test, bureau test. So for this प्रीवियस ईयर्स करेंगे तो तुम्हें यू विल बी गेटिंग सम मोर नेम रिएक्शंस, सम मोर डुएबल टाइप ऑफ रिएक्शंस, कुछ ऐसी चीजें पता करेंगे जो तुमने कभी पढ़ा भी नहीं, देखा भी नहीं, तो फ्रॉम वेयर यू विल गेट दीज डेटा। The best part is PYQs को solve करो, then you will be improving across 2 questions more. So if you improve 2 questions, then you have improved you have improved your 2 questions from organic part. For physical chemistry, NCRT is okay, NCRT अच्छा है, और inorganic के लिए NCRT you can trust like anything, ठीक है ना? For inorganic part, trust NCRT only. Multiple readings is very necessary because most of the students say कि sir I have read NCRT, but if the same question comes in your examination, they don't know कि अरे ये कहाँ से आया. The thing is they the question setter knows कि बच्चा students how they study. So multiple readings is very important, okay, because inorganic chemistry is all about facts, okay, facts and figures, okay na? So multiple reading is very important.
Right. Siddharth, we have already answered. Please watch the entire video on YouTube. Okay, Shrikant, I'm just taking your question. So what is the safe score for SC candidate to get into good NIT?
100 plus.
Right. Okay, Shravani is saying that our teachers are saying if you can't score in phase 1, then you definitely can't score in phase 2. Is that true, sir?
Do teachers say like this?
I have no idea. And how can teachers demotivate students on that way?
No, but the thing is, you must have heard about Neeraj Chopra, na? The Olympian. Neeraj Chopra, you know, before Tokyo Olympics, he was seriously injured. Okay, so many of the Indian Olympic Committee, many of them said कि शायद he could not participate in Tokyo Olympics. He could not participate.
Yeah.
But we are seeing the result, huh? ठीक है ना?
Absolutely.
Right now he is the heartthrob of the nation. Okay.
Absolutely.
ठीक है ना? उसको लड़कियां प्रपोज कर ही रही हैं, आजकल लड़के भी प्रपोज कर रहे हैं. ओके, ठीक है ना? ही इज हार्टथ्रॉब, ट्रस्ट मी. ओके,
that's a good example. That's a good example.
So the thing is that देख, after your phase 1, phase 2 is from 21st of July. Okay, so it means you will be getting approx 30 days. ठीक है, 30 days. तो 30 days में if I suppose you score 130 marks in session 1, so it doesn't mean कि I could not go for 200 marks. ठीक है ना? It could be improved. Just go for the kill, try it. It can be improved. Okay, it can be improved. और बेटा ये भी ऐसे भी example है. You can look for that Chandigarh boy who scored 128 marks in JEE Mains. ठीक है ना? 128 marks in JEE Mains and he got 1197 or 91 rank in JEE Advanced. 130 वाला बच्चा JEE Mains में 1100 रैंक लाता है IIT JEE Advanced में, और 130 वाले बच्चे तो बहुत होते हैं बेटा, 130 वाला बच्चा तो बहुत होते हैं ना. तो सोच, द थिंग इज कि he didn't give up. ठीक है ना? वो तो उस दिन ठीक है, कुछ गड़बड़ी हो गई होगी, कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट्स मिस हो गए होंगे, एरर्स हो जाते हैं. ठीक है ना? हर एग्जाम तुम टीचर्स को बेटा जेई में बैठा दो, ट्रस्ट में हमें बैठा दो तुम. ठीक है ना? आई विल बी गेटिंग 3 to 4 errors, silly errors. Okay, because अब प्रैक्टिस वो नहीं है अपना कि ठीक है वो प्रेशर में एग्जाम देने का. ओके, तो थिंक इज कि वो एरर्स वेरर से भी बचना होता है. ठीक है ना? बिल्कुल कूल हेड, जस्ट रिलैक्स, गो गिव योर फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट, देखते हैं कितना आता है. इफ स्कोर इज नॉट गुड देन इट कैन बी इम्प्रूव्ड. ओके, ठीक है ना? इट डिपेंड्स कि हाउ यू मैनेज योर टाइम. 30 days इज अ गुड टाइम. ठीक है ना? अगर डिमोटिवेट करके रहेंगे तो पक्के से नहीं होगा. तब तो वो टीचर ने सही बोला, तब तो उन्होंने सही बोला. If you get demotivated, then definitely you will not going to improve. But if you take it as a motivation कि now अभी मैंने इतना किया है, अब मैं इस स्कोर को डबल करके दिखाता हूँ या दिखाती हूँ. ठीक है? तो take it as a challenge and try to improve. You will improve it. Okay? ऐसा नेगेटिव सोचने का जरूरत नहीं है.
Okay, before we move to last 5 minutes, I'll quickly throw up a poll. And I would request all of you like quickly fill up the form and I'll take more 5 minutes. That's it, not more than that. because we're already up on our time, and I know there are a lot of queries, sir, and I still have a whole list of 200 questions left out. I don't know, I cannot take those questions because there's so many queries coming in from these students, and we have a very short span of time of 60 minutes to, you know, help them and cover them. But don't worry, we did try. I think sir has answered almost all your queries, and he has helped you and, you know, motivated you. And I think that is a very amazing part of the session. You know, he has answered all your queries, and I think, please, Siddharth, you can ping us. We cannot share his number right now over here, please. Okay, so please connect with us later. Probably we can help you get connected with him. Okay, so we cannot share his personal details over here. We are very sorry for that. So quickly just fill up the form over here, and I'll just take 5 more minutes from sir, and, you know, quickly wrap up the session. I'll have like last 1 or 2 important questions. That's it before we wrap up the session. Okay. So I hope till now the session was useful to all of you, because I think sir was amazing. He had answered almost all your queries. He has like given you everything that you need to do for this last 4 weeks. Okay, so probably you should make the most of it. But I think a lot of you did miss some of the parts of this video, so I'm just sharing our YouTube channel link. Please don't worry, this entire video is there on Shiksha's YouTube channel. Anytime you can go back and watch the entire video. You know, like stop it and write down the pointers, whatever you feel like, make note of it, because the video is there for you. Okay, we are already live streaming it, but the video is there on our YouTube channel, so don't worry, the entire session is there for you to watch anytime. Okay, so I have shared that link. Just get hold of the channel, subscribe our channel. We'll be coming up with more JEE webinars. Okay, I'll just like to mention that we already have another webinar on JEE Advanced next week, that is 27th of May. So we'll be sharing the registration link and the details of the panelist on our LinkedIn profile. Please follow our LinkedIn profile for all relevant information. I have repetitively said this in all my sessions, that you have to follow us on LinkedIn to be, you know, updated and stay in touch with us. What all webinars we are doing for you, because we have a lot of webinars planned for all of you, for JEE, for NEET, and for all other exams. So for JEE, we have another one on Friday, 27th of May. Okay, so these are all free webinars. Register and be part of them. And we have all different faculties from different parts of our country. So they are amazing people. They're amazing experts who are there for 60 minutes. They're sharing their knowledge and experience. So I would say, don't let this chance go off. Okay, don't let this chance go off of getting their knowledge and experience. You will not get this again. So please try and get hold of these webinars. These are very, very important. Okay. So meanwhile, you're filling up the form, sir. I'll just quickly pick up last 1 or 2 questions before we wrap up.
Sure.
And, you know, try to like give them a bit of last insight and a bit of motivation. I'm sure they have already got so much of motivation from you, and they're ready to crack JEE Mains. I'm sure. Okay, Harshraj, I'm taking your question. Sir, I'm in PDU college and I want to give JEE Mains. I got mock test and I think he got 32. So what should be the strategy to score 100 plus marks in JEE in these 2 months, and also marks to be scored for getting 90 percentile?
Okay, 90 percentile. Okay, 100 marks is quite doable. Okay, so if you score 32, need not worry. ठीक है ना, बिल्कुल need not to worry. Improve your chemistry. Okay, improve your chemistry, because chemistry is lagging. What I think. ठीक है ना, chemistry, try to go for chemistry and practice. You should go for 10 years previous years. ठीक है ना, it will surely improve your marks. What you have planned for 100 plus. Okay.
Right, Harshraj, I think now it is okay. I think now you're at peace. Sir has answered your query. Okay, Bhavna, if a student score very, very less, how can he or she score very good score in JEE? Please tell again, sir. Okay, one last time, Bhavna, for you.
Okay, Bhavna, you are not confident of yourself, Bhavna, huh? Beta, ऐसा? Bhavna, start solving previous year's questions. Start solving, ठीक है ना? For 7 days, do not give any mock test. For 7 days, do not give any mock test. Just go for chapter-wise previous year's questions from physics, chemistry, and maths. Select your best 10 chapters, and for 7 days, just solve your previous years. Then give a new full length. Okay. Then ठीक है ना, then you should prejudge or postjudge yourself. Okay.
Yes, I think that would do. Okay, I think we need to stop here. We're already 10 minutes up. I know a lot of queries are left out, but I think this session was quite good. I'm sharing few link quickly so that, if you're stuck.
Ma'am, I
Sure.
want to say
Please,
something
sir,
to
please,
students.
please,
Okay.
please.
ठीक है ना, you must have heard this poem, हिंदी poem. ठीक है, जब नाव जल में छोड़ दी, तूफान में ही मोड़ दी, दे दी चुनौती सिंधु को, तब धार क्या मझधार क्या। तो जब नाव जल में बेटा छोड़ ही दिया है, ठीक है ना, ठीक है, आई एम रिपीटिंग इट, जब नाव जल में छोड़ दी, तूफान में ही मोड़ दी, दे दी चुनौती सिंधु को, सिंधु, ठीक है ना, सिंधु रिवर, तब धार क्या मझधार क्या। तो नीड नॉट टू वरी, गो फॉर द किल, रिवाइज, ठीक है ना, रिवाइज, रिवाइज, देन रीक्यूब रिवाइज इट, सॉल्व प्रीवियस ईयर्स पेपर्स, ठीक है ना, गिव योर बेस्ट शॉट, घबराने का नहीं। उसके बाद पहला सेशन देने के बाद यू विल बी गेटिंग 30 डेज मोर, देन गो फॉर द सेकंड सेशन, ठीक है। इसमें अच्छा होता है, देन यू हैव JEE Advanced, and for JEE Advanced you will be getting one more than approx मतलब 21st 30th July means approx 30 days more for the JEE Advanced, ठीक है, which is a good time, ठीक। तो just revise, study, ठीक है, ज्यादा demotivated नहीं होने का है। Now ma'am is going to.
Sir, I wish I could like extend the session more because I know they are loving your session. I could see the chats here. They are loving your session. Priyanka is saying thank you so much for this motivation. And I think Priyanka, Bhavna, Mayank, all of you who have been part of this webinar, see, our only motivation of doing these counseling webinars, free webinars for all of you is so that, Shiksha gives you that platform where you get the motivation, the right kind of guidance, and the right kind of information from these faculties. Okay, these are people who are not internal, they are all from different parts of the country. Sir is from Varanasi, someone is from Gorakhpur, someone is from South, someone is from Mumbai. So they are all experienced teachers, who have a lot of experience in these years, who are teaching students, who have hands on them, and they are here being part of Shiksha's webinars for you all. That's it, not for us, but for you all. So I think sir also agreed because he wanted to help you. So we tried to, reach out to the maximum students we can. And, these webinars are helpful for you to, get a lot of information at a single platform. You don't need to go anywhere. But there is a time constraint, and within a 60 minutes time we try to reach out to you, we try to take more of your queries, but we cannot extend more than that. But we did try to take more of your queries. Akash, please send us on askshiksha.com. But if you need any help, the video is there on YouTube channel. I've already shared the link. Don't worry, we'll be coming up with more such webinars. Jay is here. So we'll be planning more webinars for you all. Already I've mentioned next week we have another one on Friday, 27th. We will have 2 more different faculties. And definitely I'll try and keep hold of sir and get him back again on Shiksha's webinar. Probably we'll try and fix another webinar with him, because I know that the session was very, very useful and helpful to you. Sir, thank you so very much. It was an amazing session. Very, very informative.
Pleasure,
they loved it and we loved it, the entire session.
Thank you to all the students and to you also, ma'am. It was my pleasure, basically.
Right. So thank you everyone for being part of this webinar. If you have any queries, my mail ID is there with you all in your mail. So just drop me a mail if you have any queries or if you need any help, right? So thank you, sir, and thank you everyone.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, bye students. Bye.